Hey Loco sports fans, it's Monday, so it's time to rewind and reflect on another exciting Friday night of high school football in the Lowcountry. Let's check out the highlights in Loco Lights, powered by LowcoSports.com.
It was a bye week for the team from WHHI-TV, so both Marcus Walsh and I were in the tank at May River High School for a big-time Lowco-on-Lowco showdown with the Hilton Head Seahawks in the house and first place in Region 6 4A on the line. And the big plays were popping from the jump. Sharks got the ball first and they cough it up and it bounces right into the lap of Thaddeus Zarnecki, who scoops and scores 45 yards to pay dirt. Crazy good start for Hilton Head, but on the ensuing kickoff, it's Mason Swigert breaking free and going 75 yards for the score. Bad snap on the PAT leaves the Seahawks with a 7-6 lead. May River got a stop, but the Sharks put it on the ground again, and Will Jimenez comes out of the pile with the ball, setting up Derek Raniszewski for a tough touchdown run to add to the lead. Sharks get it back, and the Seahawks take it away again. Jimenez with the recovery, but he stumbles on his way to the end zone, and the Seahawks had to settle for a field goal. May River finally found a rhythm and moved into position for a Hudson Tanner field goal, which squeaked through the left upright to pull the Sharks within 17-9 at halftime. But Zarnecki was just getting started, and he pops the play of the night perhaps, breaking tackles, making men miss, and high-stepping his way to the end zone for a 2-score lead. After the Seahawks forced a punt, Hilton Head's offensive line took over, and Javen Risher finished off an efficient drive with a touchdown run to put it out of reach. Luke Tran got into the end zone for the Sharks' first offensive touchdown of the night, but it was too little too late, and the Seahawks win at 31-15 and put themselves in the driver's seat in Region 6 4A. The win moves the Seahawks to 3-0 in region play with only Beaufort and Colleton County, the bottom two teams in the standings, left on the schedule. Meanwhile, May River is now locked in a battle for second place with rival Bluffton, and the Bobcats were looking to keep pace on the road Friday night at Colleton County. The Cougars hung tough in the first half, but Aedan McCarthy and the Bobcats eventually picked apart the secondary as McCarthy passed for 404 yards and 6 touchdowns, including 8 connections with Carnell Warren, resulting in 107 yards and 3 TDs. Amare Patterson also grabbed 4 passes for 104 yards in the score. Bobcats win big, 55-12, and keep rolling toward a massive Bluffton Bowl on October 30th right here on WHHI-TV. Beaufort's defense put up a heck of a fight while Tyleek Isom broke out with 141 yards and a score on the ground, and Braden Moyd Smalls connected with Kwalik Isner for a touchdown, but it wasn't quite enough to pull off the upset on Daniel Island. Bishop England downs the Eagles 24-14. The Hampton County Hurricanes are closing in on a region crown, and they showed no signs of letting up Friday at Barnwell. Jalen Singletary rolled up another 210 yards on 16 carries and scored 3 more touchdowns, pushing his Loco leading total to 25 TDs. Terrell Grant and Desmond Mathis each scored twice in a 50-0 rout, and the Hurricanes have outscored their first 3 region foes 149-0 with just Whale Branch left on the regular season schedule. Speaking of the Warriors, it was homecoming in Seabrook with the South Carolina State Marching Band in the house, but the Gators from Lake Marion spoiled the night, winning a back-and-forth battle 28-26. It was a tough night for the Ridgeland Jaguars, who saw their 4-game win streak and their region title hopes dashed in a 60-0 blowout at top-ranked Bamberg-Ehrhardt, and Battery Creek also ran up against a buzzsaw, falling 45-0 at powerhouse Oceanside Collegiate. Up in Walterboro, they finally decided a Skeeza region title bout that started 3 weeks ago, as Colleton Prep took a 14-0 halftime lead into the resumption and held off a charge from Beaufort Academy for a 28-14 win. Cale Owens rushed for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Tanner Wolf added 92 yards in the score to lead the Warhawks to their 7th straight win following a season-opening loss to JP2. The Golden Warriors continued their incredible turnaround Friday as Jaden Anabanet rushed for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Alan Wolf added 102 yards and 2 scores on just 3 carries and threw a touchdown pass to Zachary Mouton, leading JP2 to a 47-21 rout of a shorthanded Thomas Hayward squad. The Rebels were without star Tony O'Banner, who had a recruiting trip lined up before this game was added to the schedule. Big showdown next week with JP2 hosting Hilton Head Christian Academy in WHHI-TV's Independent Bowl. Hilton Head Prep made the most of the afternoon delight, holding off St. John's Christian Academy in a hard-fought game, as Davis Cargill scored a pair of rushing touchdowns in the first half, and the Dolphins added a field goal after halftime and locked down on defense for a 17-14 win to clinch a playoff spot. And Patrick Henry lost 42-14 at home to Calhoun Academy, but it was all smiles at the farm regardless, because Matt Gohagen has been sidelined for the past 2 seasons after needing emergency heart surgery, but he got cleared to take the field one more time, and he even got to visit the end zone. The Cavs win the game, but the human spirit wins the night.
We'll have more highlights and analysis tonight on the Loco Sports Lowdown, streaming live at 9 p.m. on the Loco Media Network. For Loco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco!